The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Yesterday on the show, I mentioned that my wife had sort of said that she had found some program that she wanted to follow, and it was called the
Super Hot 150.
the 75 Hard.
That's it.
Which I'd never heard of.
It's the hard bit that's scary.
Yeah.
Isolated.
75 days of 75 consecutive days, and if you stuff up one day, you have to go back to day dot.
By the way, when
and
you said
start
that,
again.
I thought about that afterwards. If you stuff up halfway through, it suggests to me you haven't got the discipline to do it, so you're probably not going to go back to day one.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's self-driven, and you've already failed, so, you know.
But it was one of those things, and we got a few phone calls from people that had done it or knew people that had done it. And then I had a couple of people after the show sort of reach out who had tried it. They were saying that it was one of those things that was big on the scene like about 4 years ago. So I don't know how it's just come across Jodie's radar now. But to me, and we went through it basically on the show yesterday, it did seem incredibly hard.
That makes sense though. Peak COVID, 75 days and something to focus on 4 years ago would have been really good for you.
You know what? That's a great point. Yes.
Reading, getting outdoors, eating well would have been awesome for
getting
you.
outdoors would have been difficult,
Well,
I guess.
You could exercise
You could
outside.
exercise outside.
Oh, yeah, you could.
You could play golf
too.
still.
Yeah, you could too. Actually, it was great
Golf
when you could
was
play
one of
golf
the-
because
yeah, that
you
was
got your own golf
That was
cart.
actually brilliant.
It was the best.
And people couldn't hit up on you.
Yeah.
Stay back.
Social
Still
distancing.
putting.
So it,
Seven stubbies on the green.
basically, it was there's 5 different elements to it. Follow a diet, complete 2 45-minute workouts a day, one of them being outdoors, and the other one in a gym or whatever. Drink a gallon of water, which is like 3 litres.
Nearly 4.
Yeah, of water a day, and to read 10 pages of a book. One of my friends said to me that that was the hardest part for her, was reading the 10 pages of the book every day. And also take a progress picture. I didn't realise that it requires you to take a progress picture every day. And I was
Yeah,
like,
it seems like a
And
lot.
like stripped off or, you know.
I don't
like-
know.
But you're not showing it to anyone. Like, that's what I
Yeah.
That's what I love about this. It's actually not. There's nothing in there other than like scientifically. There's nothing in there other than the water. I don't understand. Is that the proven amount of water you're supposed to drink a day? Because other than that, it's just exercise and reading a book and good diet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like keto diet. It's just.
Stick to a
diet.
Yeah, it says
It's not shoving stuff down our, metaphorically down our throats, is what I'm saying.
it's not telling you what to eat.
Yeah.
That's true. It actually says just something about a diet that is aligned with what your goals are.
Yeah.
But, like for me, I'd have to give up ice cream. That's what my friend was saying. You got to give up, and...
Again, the least of your problems over the
yeah, but exactly. But you'd be surprised how,
what are you going to do?
how hard it is to give up ice cream.
I know, but how bad can it get?
I know, exactly. But then to give it up, you go, come on. That's where I go, life is too short.
The whole thing's about discipline. It's not about weight loss or health though, right? It's about it's a mental challenge.
Yeah.
It is.
Getting through it.
It is. But I was being realistic about it as well. And anyway, so what I had arranged with Jode was, we'll talk about it later, because she sent it through literally while we were doing the show yesterday. And then we had one of those full-on days yesterday just with the kids and all the rest of it, and we didn't get back home till late, and then we had dinner, and then I went to bed early, and I deliberately said, because I was thinking, we haven't had that conversation about the 75 hard yet.
You just drifted off.
I don't want to. So I immediately said, I'm so tired tonight. And,
Can't even talk.
but we were in bed, and she goes, did you get a chance to look at that?
Oh, my God.
At that thing I sent through
And you
about
just
the
keep-
hard challenge? And then I was like, oh. And I went, yeah, I did. And I went, you know what? I'm just going to be honest. And I went, look, I think it's too hard. Like, there's bits of it that I like.
Is there a soft 30?
Yes.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
You mentioned Faces of Origin. We'll give
Yep.
you a chance to win that big home TV system, sound system, Uber Eats, the whole deal for Origin 2 a little bit later on in the show. But did you see the Queensland team in Toowoomba yesterday?
Oh, it's huge.
What about
what
the
they get?
crowds?
7,500, 8,000 or something?
I don't know the numbers.
That's 7, I think.
Was it that big, was it?
Pretty
massive.
much a
Oh, my
public
God.
holiday for the kids, I reckon.
There'll be no one in
Walsh went
schools.
nuts.
No one in schools that day or at work.
It
in
left
Toowoomba.
no doubt as to who the most popular player is. not just
Let
in
me
Queensland,
guess.
but in Australia.
It's crazy, right? It's like rock star stuff.
Yeah. Do you reckon we've ever seen a player before as popular as Reece Walsh?
Geez, I don't think so. Only because of,
It's a different
I
era.
guess, social media and everything probably, exaggerates it or whatever. I don't think so. No.
Speaking for the women,
Yes.
the answer is no.
No. No, I
Not
think-
really. Not
I think
this
you're right.
early in their career.
Yeah.
I mean, by the end of careers, we certainly knew the Jonathan Thurstons and Billy Slaters and thought they were big stars, but not of this level with Reece
Not
Walsh.
this early. Yeah, it's crazy.
He's the whole package, isn't he? Like, I mean, he looks beautiful. Like, he's a good-looking guy. He's a superstar, and he does all of the flashy things as well. Like, as a player, he does the superstar flashy. Like, he plays like he looks.
Yeah.
And the other thing about Reece is that he's super tough.
He's tough.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He's very, very tough.
Off-field, the dad stuff, I think, gets him a lot of cred, particularly with the women. He's always got his little daughter next to him, and people love that. It's like the whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah. How could you not sponsor him? Like, how could you not?
No,
if
I
you're
know.
a company or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he's a tick in every box.
Imagine he'd be drowning in money already, though.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
if he is?
a lot of people probably couldn't afford him. Because he's not going to sign a deal with anybody.
No.
It'd have to match his brand.
Well, he could be a model.
Yeah, he really could.
He could be one of those, like Calvin Klein models or something like that.
But he's like most companies want to, for most of the Broncos or NRL players, it's like, oh yeah, we'll give you this amount of money and you, dance monkey, that's our car. Get a photo in front of it. You're doing that ad over there. You're doing 17 appearances.
Piece of cameras.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do that. He just goes, no, he wants just passive stuff. He'll associate his name with your brand, but he ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
He does nothing.
Yeah,
but
right.
he can do that with his power.
Yeah.
With what he's got. Which is
How
pretty
old
cool.
is he now? He's still only 21 years of
21.
age.
What were you doing when you were 21? Were you
When I was
specifically
21,
you? I've asked you. Yeah.
when I was 21, I was
You playing
working.
footy? No.
Yeah, no, I was
Where?
at Norths.
Oh, you're at the Devs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was working out the back of my old man's window factory.
Okay, that's all right. Not too
yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
was it
no
like
one
at-
was coming at me.
What was it
saying-
like at Bishop Park? Was it? You're starting to arouse the interest
Oh,
of the,
yeah. Oh, Luttsy.
of the local Nunda ladies.
Oh, they'd go off.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Luttsy, you're sticking in there with your pickleball.
Yes. Tuesday night pickleball fixtures. Kendall.
Star lineup of
Yeah,
fellow
yeah.
players.
Yeah, we got
Katoni Staggs there
Yeah,
last night.
Tony rocked up. He was having a good look at it to see what moving forward if he can be a part of our.
Oh, he didn't play.
Oh, he played a little bit.
Okay.
But, he's got to be careful. Obviously, he's a Broncos
Yes.
player and everything.
Yeah.
But it was good last night. It's getting chilly. Tell you what, I'd spent a good hour and a half warming up my back, which feels
You're
horrible.
still
this
stretching it
morning.
this morning.
Well, that's how I know he played pickleball, because
That's
he
right.
comes in
Yeah.
on a Wednesday morning, he comes in and sprawls out over the floor.
It's fairly. If you look at my Insta at the moment, it's like they do call it. People bag it and say it's tennis for old people, and there is an element of that because it's a smaller court and it's more accessible. No, not more accessible. It's hard to find a court in Brisbane at the moment. They've got to find some more courts, but it's a leveler. Like the four of us could go play. We could have a good doubles game. Whereas tennis, sometimes in tennis, one person can play and the others can't. It's
I get sore.
This is annoying.
I get
You know
sore
what I mean?
butt cheeks playing tennis because
So,
just
can
from
we get-
bending over and picking up the ball so much because there's no actual hitting
I was
going
going to say,
on.
you're playing it wrong.
Just-
but
Yeah,
yeah.
It's just
I
a
am.
glute warm-up.
I'm not good enough.
A glute workout for you, is it? Oh, fair dinkum. Anyway, so it was all right. Yeah,
Yeah, is it a good workout, though?
it is. It's you
Yeah.
get. Yeah, I'm not sweating as much now because it was pretty cold last night. But you get your heart rate up.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I don't know. There's something about seeing the four of you on this teeny little court with little
Did you see
rackets
it on my
that
Insta?
that just gives me a giggle every time.
There's six of us because we get too tired. We're gonna.
Yeah, rotate.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
0 anytime. We can't wait.
Yeah,
Romy,
I know,
Romy
just
comes
chatting
here,
off
we can't
air.
talk, we chatter.
Romy Teitzel from the Queensland Women's State of Origin team is here. Hello, Romy.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, just what we're chatting about off air. I play golf at Royal Pines like every week, and I've seen that they've got footy posts up there, and there's a footy field there, and I'm like, there must be teams that come here and use this as a training base. It'd be a unbelievable
It's not
facility.
not right next to the golf course, is it? With your slice, mate. They'd be playing.
I know. Don't train Sunday afternoon. Yeah, like late Sunday afternoon. I might take out a winger or something. But that's where you guys are going into camp ahead of the all-important decider in Townsville next Thursday.
Yeah, so we've been based at Royal Pines for the last few years, actually. It's an awesome facility down there. It's got everything we need from recovery through to the state-of-the-art field that they look after very well. But funny you say about the golf ball. Yeah, quite often we'll be on the field and a stray one does come across. So it hasn't hit anyone yet, and touch wood, this isn't the week. But no, awesome facility. We've had some awesome weather down the Goldie for the last few weeks too. So hopefully prepare really well before we head to Townsville.
And just so you know, I know that hole that it runs adjacent to it. Luttsy, it would have to be the worst shot of all time because it has to go up
you're
on
the man for it.
It has to be a massive slice, and it goes up a huge hill as well. So to make it onto the field, that is like so far out of bounds that it wouldn't even be funny. Is that right? Has there been balls?
Yeah, dead set. Last camp, I think we were doing one of our final sessions, and we were facing obviously the opposite way too, and this ball's just gone thump straight in next to some people, and we were like, holy moly, that could have been so bad.
Well, that'd go down in like the history of State of Origin as the weirdest injury that ruled someone out of the game. Can you imagine? So how is everyone health wise leading into this game? I see the Blues, they've named an unchanged lineup. They had injury concerns over a couple of their players, Jamie Chapman being one of them, but they've been named as the same.
Yeah, they have been named at the same. They've stayed pretty consistent throughout the series, which is awesome to see. No injuries in the game. Unfortunately, we lost Sienna Lefippo last game. That's become public now that she did her PCL in her knee. So the poor thing, she had an awesome debut, such a great young talent. She's going to have a huge future in our game. And at the moment, it's just next man up mentality. So Tani will name our team today. We'll see who comes into the reserves there. But our team and our run-out team, I don't think will change too much besides filling that lock spot.
Geez, Townsville must be what a great spot to. You know, I haven't seen the ticket sales. I imagine they're going to get a great crowd. Like for a decider in Townsville, they'll be lapping that up.
I'm so excited. Obviously, my fam's from far north Queensland, so any opportunity I get to go home, I haven't been home up even to Townsville probably in the last 7 months. So go up there. Everyone will travel from Tully Mission Beach down to Townsville, and hopefully it's a sellout too. So quite often school holidays, we see a lot of those kids travel from rural and remote communities. So awesome opportunity and reward for those kids and families for all the sacrifices and commitment they make around rugby league to come and watch a pretty cool game like that.
That's a good point.
Yeah, look, I just think it's great. I've really enjoyed watching the progress of women's rugby league in the last 5-6 years especially. Not that when it was a fledgling product, of course it's going to have its teething problems, but I just see now that the quality is just getting better and better each and every year. I'm biased, I'm a rugby league guy through and through, but I do genuinely believe that it is the best product that is out there that we've seen, and it's only getting better. You watch the junior kids come through now, there's a genuine pathway for girls to play football their whole lives, and it opens up an opportunity for girls who might not be physically aligned to the traditional sports, whatever it might be, netball or hockey or swimming or some of these traditional sports that have been away. The Polynesian girls especially, I see them at our club, Runaway Bay, and they're playing the whole way through. And I just see that the future for women's rugby league is so bright. And to see the public embracing it the way they are, turning up in big numbers to go and see the top quality game, the Origin game, it's just it's really encouraging signs.
It is very encouraging, and I spoke only yesterday at a school. They asked what the best part about the fans were, and I think at the moment in the women's game is seeing how many young boys and girls and how family orientated our game is at the moment. To just be an inspiration for those kids, both young boys and girls, is pretty special. And like you spoke about, the pathways that are provided at the moment for the girls coming through school, they're able to play Australian schoolgirls at the moment, which is so crazy and it's unbelievable. And even as a current player in the game, we see the game changing before us. So from Origin Series last year to where we are this year, and even the crowds, the buy-in we're getting from the fans and people following our game in particular has been pretty special. And we're excited to have an Origin Series, and I know we would have loved a clean sweep, but to turn out with a series decider, I think that only grows our game and makes it a little bit stronger.
Kendall, you can't see. I'm just checking out the shoes you're wearing. Just off the back of Paddy Carrigan, not realising that his were worth like thousands of dollars. It looks like you're wearing retro Asics at the moment. I mean, are you wearing gold mines on your feet right now? What is this?
No, these are my work shoes. I have to wear Asics to work.
The women's game hasn't come that far, Luttsy.
Well, Pat didn't know he was wearing expensive shoes. He just got given them by Asics. So,
do you get good kit though?
Yeah. We get pretty good kit. And even with Origin, you get given. We're going to Townsville. We have puffer jackets, jumpers, this and that. And not to knock it, Townsville's been pretty cold at the moment by the sounds, but they definitely prepare you for everything. So awesome.
Oh well, look, everyone will be watching. The numbers,
Good.
the TV numbers have been unreal. Millions watching. You guys go out there and do
Crazy,
your business.
eh?
Yeah, the
So
whole
good.
state's going to be
So good.
such a great
So
week
good.
for us next week as a state. You know, fingers crossed, men can get it done
Yep.
at the MCG on Wednesday.
And the double.
We could wrap up. We could wrap
Yep.
up 2 series in 2 nights.
Yeah.
And so everyone's behind you. We just wanted to get you in, wish you the very best,
in.
and pass it on to the rest of the girls. Go Queensland.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Sell it out.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Jerry Seinfeld can't cop a break on this tour that he's doing around Australia at the
Why
moment.
is everyone into Jerry Seinfeld?
Because he's Jewish.
Is that what it is?
Pretty much.
Is that
Like
really-
everyone from New York.
Is that all it is? People were protesting because it was happening in America.
Yeah,
wasn't
well,
it,
they're
Tony?
pro-Palestinian protesters just
Yes.
having a go at him.
Because
This
it-
is the current thing, isn't it, right? You go to a comedy show and heckle the artist.
But he's not doing like Palestinian gear in his stand-up, is he? So it's just purely that he's Jewish.
I
is
don't
what
know.
I'm saying.
No, he's probably said something pro-Israeli.
I think he made a visit to Israel at the end of last year, and he met with families and hostages that were taken by Hamas, and I think that is what instigated people to start getting vocal and to try. They're deliberately going to interrupt his gigs now, and it's the second time in as many gigs. He was at the
What a nightmare.
Sydney Theatre
Theatre.
last night.
Yeah,
Theatre.
and I think he did. Did he do Sydney Sunday night? Same thing
Yep.
happened. So both shows.
He's on a roll. So what happened last night was 2 men stood up and they began chanting Free Palestine, and they were waving the Palestinian flag, and somebody in the crowd got the phone out, and this is the audio.
You have strong political feelings, but you don't know where to say them. You think that ruining the night, it doesn't affect me. All these people, you're ruining their night. That's all you do.
Saying it's not affecting him.
And did you say he's coming to Brisbane?
He's at Brisbane Entertainment Centre tonight.
Oh, he's tonight,
He
is
is tonight. So
the Ensign.
let's see if we get another round of hecklers.
So have these people bought tickets and they're
They
Yeah, they
have.
must.
So they're
They're
not
in,
just going in.
They're in seats, and they've obviously, like, these guys had Palestinian flags. You know, they've obviously smuggled them in, and then when their moment came, they've stood up, started yelling at him, and waving their flags around.
We should send Mitch and Lockie down. Just protest something. What can we protest?
Just
though?
start waving Nova flags around.
Nova.
I mean,
Jerry goes off his nut. He's 70 years of age too, Jerry.
Is he?
you wouldn't know it.
I couldn't believe
70?
he's 70 years of age.
How long ago did Seinfeld finish?
Oh, like I reckon.
Do people even know what we're talking about here? Surely it's big
What
enough
is
that
this
people
show?
know.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
kidding.
I reckon. Seinfeld. I reckon it finished like 98 or somewhere
So
around there.
it's
Could
people-
someone
yeah.
look that up?
Mitch would know,
I got
surely.
it. 1998.
There's
So
people listening now that weren't even born. A lot of people listening to this show because we have so many young listeners.
I was alive. You'll be happy
Yeah.
to know.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suze to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Emily out of Kapalaba. Hello.
Good morning.
How art thou?
I am okay. Bit nervous.
No, don't be nervous. You're in the company of morons here. No, Kendall, you're...
Yeah, I might speak for yourself.
Yes,
The three of us.
Yeah, you can't throw a candle.
Yes.
Smart person.
You played last year, you lost on time. Well, everyone loses on time to Sue. Have you learnt lessons? Are you coming in with new tactics?
Oh, I do so well when I'm not actually on the radio. So,
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Say, 3 kids. You work at a demolition office. Do you take them to work or a bit dangerous?
oh, my son actually ran to work yesterday and then just hung around for a lift home. But yeah, that's the story of my life.
I did not think you'd have an anecdote for that. That was good. Okay.
Emily, $600 is what we're playing for. If you win, we get to give you the money and we'll sing as well.
Okay.
Anthony Warlow.
I'll sing too.
Yeah, okay. We'll keep you to that. Good luck.
Okay.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What grain is a key ingredient in arancini?
Rice.
Which reptile is known for changing colour to camouflage itself?
Chameleon.
Which actor voices Gru in the Despicable Me movies?
Steve Carell.
Which city has a larger population, Darwin or Townsville?
Townsville.
Spell camouflage.
Don't know.
Stop clock.
Luttsy's, like 0, but Luttsy's.
So we'll give Emily a Luttsies?
Yep.
We'll upgrade it to a Luttsies.
Dang it, I am so good at spelling too. I am kicking myself.
Well, you're running short on time then. That was a pretty big word to spell.
I heard it start going. I heard the so I was like, no, I'm out. Tapping out.
You finished with 1 second on the clock.
Yeah, you're
Listen,
fun. You're fun.
I think you're in with a real chance.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see how you go. Beethoven this morning. Here's Nick.
Okay.
Bring in the game.
Bring in the gift. 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 Bring in the gift.
Very good.
Susie O'Neill. Hold the phone, Freddie. Susie O'Neill. This will be a miracle. You won't see anything like that again this year.
All right, here we go. Time for Suze.
30 seconds on the clock and your time starts now. What grain is the key ingredient in arancini?
Rice.
Which reptile is known for changing colour to camouflage?
Chameleon.
Which actor voices Gru in the Despicable Me movies?
I don't know.
Which city has a larger population, Darwin or Townsville?
Townsville.
Spell camouflage.
CAM. I give up.
Stop.
Over.
Stop clock.
Wow.
We could be on here.
6 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, I don't care. I had a Luttsies. Come on.
Yeah, you had a Luttsies.
Yep.
Leave it.
Yep.
Leave
In the
it.
event of a draw, Suze will win. Double two go.
Hey.
I don't want to be beaten on time again.
Not again.
What grain
No.
is a key ingredient in arancini? You both said rice. That is correct. It's 1-1.
Cool.
Thank you, Suze. Rolling commentary from Madam Butterfly. Which reptile is known for changing colour to camouflage itself? You both said chameleon. That is correct. Nothing, Suze?
Cool.
Yeah. 2-2. Which city has a larger population, Darwin or Townsville?
China.
That wasn't one of the options, Suze. It was Darwin
Can't
or
help yourself,
Townsville.
Emily.
You both said Townsville.
Oh,
That's correct.
yes. I mean, Sue's got it right too. So it
Yeah.
doesn't
Cool.
matter.
She did, yeah. It's 3-3. Spell camouflage. Emily, you said, I don't know. Sue's tried it, but she went, no way, I'm not having a crack at this. And she stopped the clock. This is how you spell it. CAMOUFLAGE. 3-all. Final question. Which actor voices Gru in the Despicable Me movie? Sue said, I don't know. Emily.
Yes.
Who's got a 10, a 12, and a 14-year-old?
Yes.
Said it was Steve Carell. Steve Carell is correct. You're
Yes,
smarter than
it
Suze,
is.
and you just won $600.
Finally!
$600.
This is the moment. Damn all the odds. This day or never. I see forever win the gods. When I look back, I'll always recall.
Sing it, Emily!
Moment for moment. This was the moment.
The best moment of them all.
What a legend.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Catch every game of the men's and women's State of Origin series, exclusive, live and free on 9 and 9 Now, your home of Origin.
An event often described as interstate rivalry, or is it simply one where brothers become enemies 3 times a year?
Faces of Origin.
Yeah, you have to choose between two Maroons players. You've got to choose carefully, though, because both of them have prizes behind their faces, but only one has an entry into Friday's major prize draw, which is this state-of-the-art 4K TV with the sound bar and a $200 Uber Eats voucher. So you can watch the game on Channel 9, both games, next week.
Good.
Let's say hello to Warren out of Ormeo. Yes, Warren.
Yes.
What's going on, mate? Are you a Queenslander for starters?
Yeah, mate, I'm a Queensland supporter all day.
Who's that clown in the background, Warren?
That's the driver. My boss. He's a New South Wales supporter. I told him Queensland's got it all day.
You're not in a truck, are you?
No, I'm the passenger.
I didn't say you were the truck. I'm saying, are you in a truck?
Yeah, I'm in the truck.
Hit the horn!
Hit the horn, mate.
That's all right.
So pathetic.
It's a small, pathetic
Coles
little
delivery
New South
truck.
Wales
That was
horn.
a New South Wales horn, they call
That's the
that.
New South Wales horn, mate.
Right, a big decision for you, Warren. We're going to throw 2 names. These are 2 of our champs from the women's State of Origin team. Pick one of them, and it'll choose your destiny.
Yes.
All right, Warren, I've got Ali Brigginshaw, like one of the greats of the women's game. Ali Brigginshaw.
Yep, this is one of my favourites, other than Romy, obviously. Tamika Upton.
So Ali Brigginshaw or Tamika Upton?
Ali or Tamika?
I think I got mine locked in. Tamika Upshaw.
Oh, yeah. She's
Not her name, but
She's
He combined both. Tamika Upshaw.
Yeah.
So Tamika.
who's turning?
That's me. I've got Tamika.
I had Ali, yep.
Yep. And, well, you've won a $200 Maroons shop gift card, mate, so that's great news. You get yourself all marooned out for next week. It's going to be huge. Good on you, Warren.
Thank you very much, mate.
There we go.
Yeah, I had the entry into the draw.
Okay. That's all right. It's still a great prize.
No worries. Warren, tell old mate to hit that little New South Wales horn just one more time on the way to a break. You there?
You don't hit the horn again, mate.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I saw this was making news yesterday and it piqued my interest. AI, which has really burst onto the scene in the last probably 18 months, I would say.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of us still, and I'm not sure what it's like in your workplace, but a lot of us that are still coming to terms with how we can utilise it, how we can best use it. I know that at the time there was lots of concerns in the education department about trying to keep the kids off it, or how they were going to be able to monitor it,
Assignments and
police
things
it,
like that.
yeah,
that
and all
was
the
a
rest
big,
of it.
remember that was about a year ago, wasn't it?
Oh, I
Kids
mean-
were starting to put out these magnificent pieces of literature. You
I
know,
mean-
2,000-word essay on Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, I just think back in the day, like imagine if you had you need to do an oral presentation on whatever. You'd be able to just AI it up and in the bus on the way to school.
The teachers think they've got a lid on this, but like AI is so smart that you can just keep refining the essay. So you could be like, but add a bit of this.
Yes.
Make it a little bit more like this. So like there's no software that a teacher can put that into to be like, check if this came out of Wikipedia. It doesn't exist. So
well, also like
particularly for an oral presentation where there's no notes.
Yes.
So how could you possibly do it?
Exactly. Well, even
for an MC gig.
I was going to say, even for an MC gig, like
Luttsy and I are like, this is
perfect. You're emceeing the wedding. You're emceeing your mate's wedding, or
Yeah.
something like, hey, give me a, we've had it write poems for us and everything. Like when it first came out.
Does it scare you guys?
Not really.
Okay.
No, it doesn't actually.
I remember Barack Obama did a tour of Australia, and one of the big things he said at, that $5,000 a head lunch that he did, I wasn't there, by the way. One of the things he said, his biggest fear currently is AI, and we can't put the genie back in the bottle. Like, he was like, I'm talking to these big tech guys. I'm in Silicon Valley, and even they're a bit like, how do we bottle this back up?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Is he talking
that doesn't make me very
defense and stuff though? Like
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's looking at a bigger picture thing.
Probably
Although
because
I saw Elon Musk last week comment on after they had that Apple convention. We spoke to Trevor Long over there in Silicon Valley, and they've now embraced AI. They've come up with their own form of it, and Elon was questioning how that Apple is, it's not their version of AI is not what it's cracked up to be.
Well, use Siri on your phone. Like if you were to say to Siri right now, hey Siri, tell me this. I'm sorry, I can't get that data right now. Like she's not very sophisticated
She's the
in
worst
an AI world.
She's actually Siri is the worst of all of them. Like Alexa, Google, like
Sorry,
it is the
my Siri's fired up from me saying that.
Everybody's car,
everyone Kendall.
Everyone in their car now would be dealing with Siri. But I thought that this was interesting because I think you're right with what Barack said, is that we're not going to put it back in the bottle. It's out there. So how are we going to use it? That a Gold Coast hospital, the university hospital, it's starting to use AI to clear a backlog of scans that they have, which I guess is something that's...
So it's X-rays, MRIs, ultrasounds, CT scans.
Yes, and so that's something that obviously would otherwise occupy a lot of man hours to clear that, but they've cleared a whole backlog of it. So exactly how does that work?
That would make sense because the AI tech can kind of go, this is a bone. This bone looks good. But if something's inflamed on it, it could recognise that. And then a doctor can go over that. I guess the concern is what if it misses something serious?
If you're getting MRIs, there's something seriously wrong with you.
X-rays, probably lower risk.
Yeah.
Still, it's like...
But isn't it fair to say that if a human is looking at those scans and those MRIs, that human is capable of making mistakes as well?
If you're going in there and you're getting a scan for some form of cancer, do you want a doctor looking at it or do you want it going through AI?
Yeah, you'd want a doctor.
If your life is on the line, do you want a human?
Yeah.
All right, but the alternative is that no one's looking at it right now. So apparently 6,000 medical images are taken each week there.
Yes.
And it says that something like in recent days there were 424 scans that had not been dealt with within the 30-day target. So I don't know. Maybe it gets your scan looked at if you've got problems.
Yeah. And if you're top end, if it's like, okay, we got a serious one here, let's push it through quickly or whatever. Which wouldn't otherwise identify.
It was saying yesterday that Gold Coast Hospital and the health service was buckling under 54,000, a backlog of 54,000 different X-ray scans, and now they're promising to fix the issue within 3 months.
Jesus.
So if they had 54,000 scans that are sitting there, and I hope they're not all as serious as cancer, but that is using it in a positive realm.
Unless they're like categorizing, if you're going in there with suspected cancer or something serious, they might put you at a different pile. If you go in there with something less urgent, maybe they're going, AI can look at that.
Well, let's say you've gone in for a breast screen which is pretty run of the mill, it should pick it up pretty quick, and that could be otherwise undiagnosed. It should be pretty easy.
Say Ash is going in for like erectile dysfunction, like again. Like Ash.
There's not a scan for that, is there?
Is there? We're going to push it through the robots, buddy. Could you?
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Mitch, though, he's got a Disney-themed character. He's dressed up as a Disney-themed character. Anyone want to have a guess as to what he's done?
Goofy.
I don't know.
Good. Well, he said in the sport just then he's putting on boots.
Boots?
That might have been
Puss in Boots.
Could be. Is that Disney?
I don't know, mate.
I don't know.
No, Shrek.
Shrek, is that Disney?
Oh, okay, Shrek. Or Donkey would be good.
That's also Shrek.
Yeah,
Beauty
is
and
that
the
Disney?
Beast.
Eeyore.
Is that Disney?
Oh, hang on.
No.
Disney's, if you go wide enough
Donald
these
Duck.
days, Disney is Star Wars. And he's a Star Wars fan.
Everything's Disney now, isn't it?
I know, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Taken
Is there a
over.
lot of Star Wars in Disney on Ice?
Could be.
I don't go to it.
Yeah. The answer is no.
Is there? I don't know.
No.
Have you been to a Disney on Ice, Kendall?
It's all like kids' movies and stuff.
Like, well,
Think
who-
Moana.
I'd
Think,
I know, I'm
you
just
haven't
saying.
watched Moana. Okay.
No, I haven't.
Weird if you would have.
Nemo.
know. Is that Disney?
But again, Nemo
Is
wouldn't
it-
be on skates.
Oh, they'd find a way.
He'd be flapping around.
Let's
Be
stop
on his
speculating
side.
and we'll cross to Mitch next to find out exactly where he is.
Nemo in an ice box.
Like the fish at your place this weekend.
Back of a boat.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince is on. He's on the streets. The Prince is on.
Nice.
We were all
Serious.
wrong. He's dressed as an idiot.
Well, your costume now, Mitch, makes sense as to where you are and why you might be there. I get it.
Yeah, look at
does.
the sign behind me. I'm at Andy's Bakery. At Andy, look, it's not written on my foot, but I am dressed up as Woody from Toy Story. It is very much Disney, and Pixar's first. We're going back to the mid-90s, guys.
What's that guy behind you dressed
Look
as?
at old mate behind you.
Yeah, what are you dressed? Oh, you just got high vis on. You're not dressed up as anything.
I'm on my way to work today, mate.
You heard the call. Disney on Ice is here, so he looked at me and you're like, you giving away tickets or are you just a weirdo? I said, no, I am giving away tickets.
He's doing
kids at home?
Yeah, mate, I got a
Disney.
10-year-old daughter and
He's
a
doing
1-year-old
Disney
boy.
on cement
You guys
later
should talk over
today.
each other more.
You didn't help, did you?
Well, it's 2 kids at home, so let's say we are down here. We get family passes with Disney on Ice. It kicks off next Thursday at the Entertainment Centre. We're talking Disney on Ice road trip adventures. So, mate, what was your name first of all?
My name's Kieran, mate.
Oh, Kieran, mate, we've got some tickets for you and the 2 kids at home, mate. So, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And how am I rocking this costume today?
Look, mate, just need a bigger hat.
Yeah, I do need a bigger hat, guys. And I know we make some jokes about my the size of my head. This thing there is honestly, I need some tape.
Mitch looks like a scarecrow.
He does.
I look like something. So it all kicks off next Thursday. Disney on Ice. This is something I did this a lot as a kid as well. I mean, this has been going for a long, long time, and they've got all the biggest hits at Disney. We're talking the classics, of course, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and guest there's Mary Poppins. One of my personal recent favourites, Moana, Aladdin. There's the Lion King as well, Woody and Bo Peep, and all the Disney princesses as well. And they've got these new stories that are tied to their films, but following on from those stories as well, but their own what do they call it? Road trip adventures. But it's all done on spectacular.
Go say hello to that
ice.
kid behind you, mate. There's a kid behind you that's what's the company? Woody.
She's getting a
Yeah,
jumper on.
absolutely. So she's not going to
Yeah.
get too scared if I come over there, mate.
No.
I mean, say hello to Dad first of all.
Hey,
How are you, mate? Who am I speaking to here? What's your name?
Aubrey.
Aubrey. Now, what's your favourite? What's your favourite Disney movie? You got a favourite Disney princess?
Belle.
Belle. How could we go past Belle, right? Beauty and the Beast, right? I mean, thank God I'm not dressed up as the Beast, but I'm dressed up as Woody. Geez, these pants are tight. I can hardly stand up very well.
She's
You want to get
frightened,
along,
Mitch.
guys?
Walk away
She
from
is a little bit frightened. I'll stand next to Dad again, guys. Well, just for following us down here as well. So the family pass to Disney on Ice kicks off next week at the Entertainment Centre.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
There we
good.
go. So got another one to go down here. So get on down here to Andy's Bakery at Mansfield. We're on Aminia Street at Mansfield, and it all kicks off next week. Brisbane, the Entertainment Centre, 27th to the 30th of June,
Mitch,
guys.
Aminia Street, Mansfield. That's where I
That's
lived.
it?
I lived there until I was
Stop
3 years
it.
of age. You go up that hill. My old man built a house on that.
You
on that
lived at
street.
Mansfield?
At Aminia Street at Mansfield.
How have you never
That-
mentioned that before?
That is bizarre until we moved to Harvey Bay. That's where we live.
Yeah,
Like-
bizarre!
Wow.
You know we claim places we lived for 2 minutes on this show a lot. I didn't know you lived at Mansfield.
Yeah. Aminia Street. That's bizarre.
Ash's old stomping grounds.
Was the
Just down
bakery
road,
around
the
back
bakery.
then or not?
I don't remember.
What about the solicitors behind him there as well? That's there now too.
Yeah,
All right.
There it is.
Make the move
Melbourne
over
is
this
where
way.
it goes.
Melbourne and go.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Yo! Bring it back.
Throwback Throwdown!
Okay, shall we flip our sheets?
Yep. Kendall Gilding's here, by the way. She'll be in for Susie this week.
Flip our sheets.
So we need to kind of
Who
maybe
that is?
explain a little bit.
It's 2004. Ooh. What do we got here? You have to pick a song.
You have to. You got to
But
lock it in so you can just.
What's the point of picking it?
Because then we vote. People vote for it, and someone wins.
Okay.
It's a competition.
Pick your favourite.
Just any song off here?
Yeah, but you can just. You don't have to. You can just pick. Oh, I like that one, and he'll play it.
Okay.
And then eventually you say lock it in. Hoobastank.
What a tune.
Good song, but. I remember this. Ash and I were doing a TV show in 2004, and this song was not played on it.
All right. I know my
What song?
Usher. Yeah.
You locking that in?
Yeah, I am.
Kendall's in.
The song I was talking about was Franz Ferdinand.
Oh, yes.
They played live, these guys, and the lead singer forgot the words to it.
Really?
I was on stage with them.
Can I hear the Green Day song, American Idiot?
American Idiot.
Oh, I like this song. Oh, some good songs here.
There's a lot of Shannon Knoll and Guy Sebastian on the list. Australian Idol must have
Kelly Clarkson.
must have just wrapped up.
Yeah, I reckon.
First year of Australian Idol with those two.
I'll come back with a bit of Shannon Knoll after this.
Can you play something for me, mate?
Yeah.
Play the Black Eyed Peas, please.
Which one?
Get the party started. Is it
Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
Oh, yeah, there's two. The other one, shut up.
A few of these are quite a vibe.
Here's the other Black Eyed Peas song.
Oh, this was a song too.
2004, quite the year.
To be honest, there's not as much depth as we have had previously.
Here's one that I would have been playing on high rotation back in the day. Simple Plan.
Nothing lasts forever.
These guys are
I remember the video for this.
Oh.
perfect.
And whilst we're doing Simple Plan, huh?
Who is that?
This is Simple Plan again.
That's Simple Plan.
Yeah.
This song is not on the list.
We were talking about Shrek earlier on.
What's the Maroon 5 song? She Will Be Loved? No, wait.
Great song.
Maroon 5 were big in this period. They were
were.
massive. I went to a Maroon 5 show once, and I was shocked at how many songs I knew.
Hit it, Ash. Go.
If I could, I would.
Why don't you hit this one, Ash?
Still, I wonder if you know how it really feels to be left outside alone when it's cold out here. Well, maybe you should know.
What?
Evanescence?
Can you play the song?
My Immortal.
I
I'll give
always.
you one. Which one do you want to hear after this?
The song I always sing to Sonny Bill when he shakes his big fat ass as
That's
I
his-
take him for
that's-
a walk.
this
That's
is
my
why that's
golden,
his dog, by the
my
way.
golden retriever, by the way. Milkshake.
That's his dentist.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's
He
better
shakes
than
his big
yours.
fat
Damn
ass.
right, it's better than yours. I could teach you.
Come on, we've got to pick.
I'm going to
here.
play one for Alicia. Avril Lavigne. If she was in here, she'd be choosing this, no doubt. All right, well, let's get locked in because I want to wrap this thing up so we can get to our $600 Smarter Than Suze.
I'm going to lock in Black Eyed Peas, get the party started.
Let's get it started.
I'm going to lock in. This song was so huge when it came out. Outcast, Hey Ya.
was good.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture,
film
baby.
clip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go completely just because I want to play the hook on air tomorrow.
What about me?
Luttsy!
This could be a smoky.
I don't know.
I think it could win.
Every 22-year-old a mullet's going to vote for it.
I still don't really know if I've made a good choice.
Yeah, that's
I
the
think
problem with
you're strong, to be honest,
went in
Kendall.
early.
Alright, I did go in super fast.
Let's go
Hard
through them
fast.
quick because you've probably forgotten Kendall's because she was in so quick.
Yeah,
Usher.
Come get me. So I got up.
I think this the bookie's favourite personally.
This reminds me of clubbing at 18.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Same here.
Except that, Buzz, we were 14 the year of this list,
This
so
was
I don't know how that
Yeah,
works.
that works.
Either this
Blue light
was
discos.
Yeah.
No, it kicked on in the club.
I think it did.
For many
I
years.
agree.
You're still hearing it places now.
Lutsy's gone with a bit of Black Eyed Peas.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started.
I'm confident.
These are strong songs. Hey, Ash's choice.
Good track.
And then I've gone a bit of Nolsey.
What about me? It isn't fair.
I can't remember. I put money on he was on the back of a truck in the film clip. Back of a ute singing.
Oh, he had to be.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, I mean,
if he wasn't, he should have been.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
You're only a what if away from a fun-filled backyard break. Book accommodation, flights, activities, and more on the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel?
Take me away.
Nova's Trip a Day. Win your perfect holiday.
I'm enjoying this competition.
Yeah.
Each and every day we give away.
I feel like we're taking a trip every day. We've been to the sunny coast, we've been to the Gold Coast, and now we're off for a Brizzy staycay at the Emporium.
I guess it opens your eyes to just how many options we have.
Yep.
Like right here on our doorstep.
It does, mate.
I think all this week we've had Queensland getaways with no interstate ones just yet, which has been good.
And a
like
staycation's a good
Absolutely.
idea as well.
Absolutely.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, well, you have to be because you have family.
I've got little kids.
Mm.
The staycay is the way to go.
Spain probably isn't a good option for you.
Well, it is. You just have to leave them behind.
What's that, Abby? Yeah, what are you saying?
Abby?
Sorry, Abby.
Oh, hello.
Oh, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just talking to my client at work.
Oh.
Okay. So you're taking
Sorry.
a meeting right now. You're in a meeting with a client. You're on the radio.
You're not a doctor, are you? Just hang on there 1 second. I'm just going to talk to the radio station.
No, not a doctor.
Oh, hand it over to AI. They can take care of it. For the next segment. We're just talking
That's
about
it.
that. Okay, well, listen, Abby. 'cause we know
Yes.
You're a busy woman. Well, we're here to tell you that you've won. You've won this staycay in Brisbane.
Oh my goodness.
Let me talk you
Thank
through
you
it.
so much. Okay.
You've won a luxe staycation for two at the Emporium in South Bank. It's
Wow.
Will you
Thank
will
you.
you take your client or your boyfriend Dan?
Done!
Definitely take that.
I don't know what you said. It doesn't matter, does it?
Definitely, Dan. Wow. Thank you so much.
That's all right.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you to What If. You're only a What If away from a
Yes.
fun-filled backyard break. Book accommodation, flights, activities, and more on the What If app. What If it is Aussie for travel?
Look at tomorrow's. It's so in Ash's wheelhouse.
Where is it? Let me have a look.
I'll let Ash announce. I'll tell you, the kid Leroy's the artist you're listening out for today. My boy, Leroy.
Slim, you'd like a bit of this, Kendall, I reckon. Are you going to read
Someone
it?
read it because
I will.
I
but
can't
thought
see it.
It's a glamping
It's a
trip.
glamping trip to Lake Catharaba.
I couldn't say that.
On the Noosa River.
Catharaba. On the
Catharaba.
Noosa River. Specky part of the world.
I hope that's in the news next half hour.
Catharaba. Gee, I hope nothing happens at
Catharaba.
Lake Catharaba.
Lake Catharaba.
Yeah, that'd be unreal.
On the Noosa River.
Bit of glamping, yes, on the Noosa River.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
make sure you head to our Instagram page, Ash Luttsy and Susie O'Neill, to vote for your favourite song. 2004, the year we're going back to.
Oh, yes. Have you got any early
I do.
Any
I have
polling?
I should specify this is early polling.
You'll
so.
be amazed, though, Kendall, how often the early polling
Yeah.
is indicative of the final result.
I don't doubt it. I reckon that's, please, Buzz, tell us.
Can change in fourth place with 18% of the votes, which already tells you it's pretty tight between all four songs. Is this yours, Lutz?
No.
Who's Hey Ya? Oh, Ash.
Hey, yeah.
Is that you? You chose
That
Hey
is
Ya.
me, yeah.
18%.
Really?
I think you've had 4 wins in a row, Ash. So this, I mean, a bit of an
not
uphill
there
battle.
yet.
Bit of an uphill battle.
I'll need to come from behind.
Sorry
What's
about him,
coming
Kendall.
third?
22% of the votes in third.
I just voted, so I've gone up a bit now.
Oh.
Okay. Well, these are the official votes that I've got here. So let's not
One vote
overcomplicate.
would make that big of a difference, mate.
Well, early on it actually probably would. I got on there and voted straight away just to take an early
I
lead.
bet you did.
Yeah. I voted as well. So I think, have you
All right.
voted for yours, Ash? That's
No.
why you're last, mate. This is third, 22% of the votes.
There's already hundreds and hundreds of votes. One person.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
Oh, near 1,000 apparently.
In second place, with 24% of the votes.
Oh, see, I told you, Buzz. I reckon this will finish first or last.
Well, it's second at the moment, so.
Yeah. Or second, or could even finish third.
Last makes sense.
Told you, Buzz.
Early doors.
24%.
Early doors.
And then with a pretty significant lead at the top.
A significant lead.
36%.
Yeah.
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 One's Canada nightclub days.
Yeah.
I'd be happy if this one won tomorrow.
Everyone's going to be dropping it like it's hot.
I can't drop it. My knees.
How many percent am I at?
36.
Guys, I am cruising.
Okay.
I'm getting the sympathy vote though. Hey, everyone's like, oh, let's give it to the little new girl.
It is a good
Like,
song,
feel
to be
sorry
fair.
for her.
I would have
I must
chosen
admit,
it.
I did vote for you.
She didn't know how to play the game.
You can change the outcome, though, if you want. Head to our Insta, Ash Luttsy and Susie O'Neill. Vote for your favourite song.
Vote for
Winner
mine.
gets played at 7:40 on our show. Runner-up gets a spin with Matty Rowe after 9.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Sue's to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
All right, Andrew out of Scarborough is on his way to Stanthorpe.
Yeah.
Mate, I hear it's absolutely freezing out there at the moment.
Yeah, I'm hearing that too. I'd hate to be a brass monkey at the moment.
A lot of people heading out there this weekend. There's wineries. It's beautiful out there, but
It's beautiful.
It's gonna be very cold.
There's a rugby league carnival happening out there next week as well, and all the kids are going to be out there playing. Can you imagine playing the early game at say 8 o'clock in the morning, playing rugby league on one of those fields? It's going to be frosty out there.
That first hit up's going to be fun.
Oh, how long are you out there for?
Just a night. I've got to do Toowoomba and Stanthorpe for work. So
Okay. Oh well, let's see if we can. Not
$100, but there's lots in the
I was
cave.
going to say put some money in your pocket. It's only $100, but either way, we'll open up the cave for you. Okay.
yeah, it's about redemption anyway.
Oh, really? Tell us the story. What happened?
Round 1, 2022, beaten by 1 second, 4-all.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a tough loss.
You're not holding a grudge, obviously.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's not like you've
No,
forgotten
that's
about
2
it.
years.
Yeah, that 2 years.
The date, the time.
Morning.
He dead set knows it all, doesn't he?
January 18th.
Yeah. It would have been around that too.
I think it was.
Someone check that for us, please. Our first show of 2022. All right, Andrew, you ready? Redemption starts here.
Okay.
30 seconds on the clock and your time starts now. What colour blood cells carry oxygen?
White.
Surfing at the 2024 Olympics will be held where?
Chiapu.
What superhero is portrayed by Paul Rudd?
Oh, don't know.
What is the only country in the world beginning with Q?
Only country, don't know.
What is 18 times 4?
18 times 4 would be 76.
Stop the clock.
Right.
What did Andrew have?
2 seconds, Andrew.
Oh, God. That's not good enough.
Well,
She is fast.
yes. Suze will be quicker than that,
Can
I
I
would
just
say.
say, I think you asked that question yesterday.
Number 2, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if...
the surfing at the Olympics. Lockie's done himself a mischief here.
Did you hear that yesterday, Andrew?
Oh, I can't confirm or deny.
Love that.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the reality is that Susie is, because we obviously put a lot of these in the can because she's away.
Yeah.
So she was asked it twice too, but so she may have remembered. Well, she got it right the first time, so she's going to need it right the second time.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I don't need a pantsing today, let me tell you.
No.
You're
We
not
haven't
going to
got
get
a
one.
pantsing 'cause you got
No, there's definitely not going to be a pantsing. By the way, you
Not in
said
Stanthorpe, mate. That's the joke he's doing. by the
Oh,
way.
there's-
Guys, you missed the joke. He's done.
Talk about
He's
having
done
a
some great
Luttsy's.
comedy.
January 18 is when you said you played in 2022. It was January 17, Andrew. You're 1 day off. That's a pretty bloody good get,
I was
though, mate.
1 day off.
That is a pretty good get.
That is nuts.
Let's bring in the Gimp.
Cause it's up bringing the Gimp for me, she's dry.
This is Henry.
He's doing comedy in the UK at the moment.
If it suits you beat, you will win some money if you're right. Susie O'Neill, hold the phone, Freddie. Susie O'Neill, it will be a miracle. You won't see anything like that again this year.
All right, let's see what Susie had to say.
30 seconds on the clock and your time starts now. What colour blood cells carry oxygen?
Red.
Surfing at the 2024 Olympics will be held where?
Chowpoo.
What superhero is portrayed by Paul Rudd?
Dunno.
What is the only country in the world beginning with Q?
Qatar.
What is 18 times 4?
72.
Stop the clock.
All right.
How long did Suze have there?
7 seconds.
7 seconds. No need for Tuco, Andrew. You feeling my drift?
Yeah, I get you.
What colour blood cells carry oxygen? Andrew said white, Suze said red. Red is correct. 1-0. Surfing at the 2024 Olympics will be held where? Chowpoo is correct. You both got it. In Tahiti. Maybe you can take that one out of the mix, Lockie.
For tomorrow?
Probably overuse that now, buddy.
Yeah.
Will do.
Okay.
Good on you, young fella.
What superhero is portrayed by Paul Rudd? You both missed that. Ant-Man. The only country in the world beginning with Q. Andrew said, I don't know. Sue said Qatar. Qatar is correct.
Yeah.
I'm flying Qatar Airways to the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
I love Qatar Airways, actually.
Oh, he's sucking up to
very good.
if anyone
He's
listening.
hoping for an
If
upgrade.
Qatar can get in
Do you
contact
reckon?
with Luttsy.
First
Maybe
class
get him an
or just
upgrade or
business?
something.
An upgrade would be nice.
What would
you
I
like?
do love the Qatar Airways people.
Yeah, they're very good people.
I'm flying to Europe next year, likely
should
by
fly
What is
Qatar.
18
Airways,
times
mate.
4?
Yeah,
Andrew
Qatar are
said
listening.
76. Sue said 72. 72 is correct. It's a 4-1 victory to Susan O'Neill. Be worth $200 tomorrow, but Luttsy can go to the cave. Well, yeah, warm him up with a couple of gifts from the cave.
Qatar Airways in there, look.
Yeah, well, Qatar Cave it could be a way.
That's a nice
as a
bit of
future brand
integration.
Yeah, integration,
I mean, not as
that's
comfortable as a Qatar Airways seat, but jump on that dirt bike, Luttsy.
There we go. There we go. Okay, rightio.
Luttsy, Andrew's got a daughter.
Yeah. So, are you thinking Disney on Ice?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've just found I'm going down to the ice section. A family pass to Disney on Ice.
Oh, it hasn't
There
been
is.
frozen yet.
No, it's still not cold enough in here. Lockie left the heater on again. Thursday, June 27, 3 p.m. at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. It's going to be fantastic.
Very nice.
The Disney on Ice road trip adventures coming to Brisbane from the 27th to the 30th of June. So check that out. I'll tell you what. Also, how old are your kids? Or are you a kid?
Oh, I got 3 adults, but this one's 11.
11-year-old. Do you reckon that he'd like the family pass to Snow for Kids also at Westfield North Lakes?
Oh, hell yeah. That's local too.
That'd be all
Yeah,
right.
you're at
Yeah.
Scarborough.
Okay.
How good.
So I'll give you that one as well. That'd be great. So with the family pass to Snow for Kids, we saw Mitchie out there the other day. Looked amazing. So good on you. There you go.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Why
mate.
don't you flick that switch, Luttsy, turn the ice on?
Hang on.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.